Now, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to successfully move out of your hometown, move out of your home country, and transform your life where you can actually live successfully abroad and make all of your dreams come true. This is not easy, it's not hard, but I've done it. Lots of my friends have done it. Lots of my community members in the 1% have done it, and it's more than achievable. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I got from A, which was a warehouse worker in the UK, to B, which is a 23-year-old entrepreneur making way over 5 figures, sometimes 6 figures a month, and living my dream life. So pay attention, guys. It's going to be a good one. Make sure to take action. Make sure to take notes. Let's get right into the video. So just a bit of backstory. 1 year ago, I moved to Thailand. Thailand is where I still live now. I love living here because it's hot weather pretty much all the time. There is a little bit of rain in the middle of the year, but it's not too much, probably a few hours a day. The cities and the beaches are top tier. Bangkok is in my top 3 favorite cities in the world, and the beaches that I've been to in Thailand are actually my favorite beaches in the world. So you have a good mix of cities and beaches. It's easy to get from A to B. It's like an hour on the plane if you want to go to the beach from the city, vice versa. Brilliant networking opportunities. Bangkok is probably the best place I've been for networking because people like to get more involved with each other. People are more down to help each other. I feel like there's more of like a brotherhood feel here in Bangkok, especially with the Western men. Another thing I love about Thailand, men are respected in Thailand. As a young man, as a young entrepreneur, if you're doing well, if you're having success in your life, if you're making money, it is quite easy to date women. They're going to gravitate towards you because they like men that do the right things in life. Back in my country, England, even men that do the right things in life, men that train hard in the gym, men that work 10, 12 hours a day grinding for their dreams, men that don't go to parties, men that don't sleep around, they aren't really respected in England. Women in England are extremely masculine, in my opinion, from my personal experience with them, and I feel like it's the opposite in Thailand. Women in Thailand are very feminine, and if you do the right things in life, if you're a good man, you're going to have no problem in the dating scene. And I also love living in Thailand because Thailand is close to other great places in the world, other places I like to travel to, such as Japan, such as Indonesia, such as Singapore, such as Malaysia, even 6 hours from Dubai, 6 hours to Australia. I think it's a good base to be living in terms of traveling other areas of the world. So if you're someone like me, someone that wanted to move, before having the drive to move, before having dream to move, there has to be a reason, there has to be a point of pain. So if you're going through any of these things on the screen, you are most likely someone that is looking for a move, right? If you have lack of like-minded friends, lack of business-minded, if you're not in a circle of many of them in your hometown, that may be one reason why you are due a move. Another reason, I know it's small, but unhappy with climate. Me being in England, somewhere that is cold and raining all the time, that personally wasn't for me. I liked being warm. I liked having a suntan. I liked a tropical vibe, and I felt like the climate in England, it did drag me down for half of the year. So my thesis was, why would I want to be living somewhere, based somewhere where half of the year, where it's raining and it's dark all the time, I'm not happy and I'm kind of miserable with my environment. Unhappy with government direction. In the UK, we're going through a hard time right now of our government. It's very left-wing. I don't agree with anything they're doing, and I don't really want to be around it in that environment. I feel like it's the same for a lot of countries in Europe. And not resonating with social norms. As I mentioned in the last clip, I feel like society in England is moving backwards. I think men are very feminine in the UK, and I think women are very masculine. Is that a social environment that I want to raise a family in? Is that a social environment that I want to be a part? Not necessarily. I feel like where I'm living now, Thailand, it ticks more of my boxes. So if these are the reasons why you guys want to move, we take these reasons of pain and we turn them into a drive to really work hard, sort our lives out so we can get out to a place like Thailand, a place like Bali, a place like Dubai, wherever you guys dream of living. One of the questions I get asked a fair bit, can you move and still work a 9 to 5? The answer in short is yes. In places like Dubai, places like Australia, and some other popular countries I see some people immigrate to, you can apply for work permits and visas, and I've seen many successfully move and work in places like Australia, work in places like Dubai, and they do become happier people. They're happy with their environment, and all in all, it's a good move for them. But in other countries such as Thailand, where I live, and Indonesia, I think finding a high-paying job for an immigrant is rare because these countries like to save these jobs more for the local people to protect their economy. But if these are the countries you're invested in, here are your options. So on average, it costs around $2,500 a month to live comfy here in Thailand. I think it's roughly the same in Indonesia. So I've got 2 options for you guys. Option 1, Save up to $35,000. This gives you 1 year of living and moving costs. And this will also give you 1 year to make it work in Southeast Asia. If you guys have a plan, of action, something you guys want to make work, whether it's a personal brand, a business you guys want to scale, you've got a year to make it happen. I see many people come here and take this option. Option 2, I actually did, was learn an online skill and begin to monetize it so you can work remotely, either trading, setting up agencies, sales, personal branding, all of these work. I have many people in the 1% community, my private network, that do all of these things. They do them all successfully and they make a lot of money doing them. Easily up to 10K a month doing all of these things, which is more than you guys will make working in England. From my personal experience, of course, I've seen option 2, which is actually learning and monetizing a skill before you come here, work a lot better. Lots of people come here with savings and don't have a lack of direction. They come here and they're like, I'm going to make it work. They don't have a plan before they come here. Therefore, they don't make it work. Having lots of time isn't necessarily a good thing if you have no idea what to do with your time. So if you go for option 1, you have to have a clear direction and plan, and you have to be extremely self-disciplined, as Asia is very stimulating, it's very distracting. You're going to come here, most likely a Western man, all the women are going to want to date you, all the women are going to sleep with you, they're going to find you attractive, they're going to try and distract you, they're going to try and take your time away from work. And there's also a quite large party scene over here as well. So if you're coming here, option 1, you got 35K in savings, you're going to have to be disciplined and you're going to have to try and turn away all of these temptations to work hard on your plan of action. So to get from destination A to B fast, you have to spend a short duration in monk mode. Monk mode is how I was able to get to Thailand, how many of the other people I know was able to get to Thailand. It's not nice, it's not fun, but it's the fastest way you guys can escape a 9-to-5, learn a new skill, master a new skill, begin to monetize a new skill, and all in all transform yourself as a person. It's the fastest way you can erase all of your bad habits and give 100% focus to your goal. It's the fastest way to move somewhere like Thailand. I know this because I've done it myself. I've locked in. I did almost a year in monk mode. So some of the steps that you guys need to do for monk mode, these are things I did myself. These are things that worked for me. Sign out of all of your social media profiles you don't need for work. Delete your Instagram, delete YouTube, delete Snapchat, delete TikTok. Or if you need them for work, if you need them to post, only log in when you're posting and log out after you posted. This is what worked for me. I used to spend a lot of time scrolling Instagram reels, liking photos of models, trying to talk to models. And I turned out I was wasting probably like 3-4 hours of my day on Instagram. So when I went into monk mode, I signed out of Instagram. I didn't have an Instagram account for like 6-7 months. And then when I began to post on there for my business, I only used to go on there to post. This works for me. Going offline is going to starve you from your social media habits and your dopamine addictions. It genuinely works. It works absolute wonders. Another thing I did that helped me focus was intermittent fasting. You don't need to eat in the mornings, guys. Breakfast is a myth. I tend to work a lot harder. My brain tends to tick a lot more when I'm intermittent fasting. I fast for 16 hours a day, have my first meal at 3 p.m. If your diet for like pretty much the whole work morning consists of coffee and water, you're going to be as agitated as possible. Like your brain's not going to be satisfied. It's not going to be filled with dopamine. It's going to be agitated. And when you're agitated, this makes you get in the hardest level of work possible. Like I can get in a deep workload when I'm fasting. And then the second I have my first meal of the day, I tend to crash out a little bit. So I tend to not eat until 3 p.m. And then I tend to have more of a chilled afternoon because I know once I've eaten, I'm not going to be able to do as much work as I could do before I ate. So intermittent fasting, guys, if you're struggling to focus, I genuinely recommend it. It's an absolute game changer. Of course, when we're in monk mode, we're starving ourselves from dopamine. Dopamine is pretty much things that make you happy. So I'd say no music, no TV for the first 8 hours of the day. That worked wonders for me. Of course, monk mode is not something you guys have to do forever. You can live more of a relaxed life and have more of a work-life balance once you achieve your goal. Once you guys get out of the rat race you're in the UK and you get out to a place like Thailand or Bali, you can have more of a social life. You can enjoy these things. Monk mode is just a part of the journey. Monk mode is just how to get from A to B fast, as I said here. It will literally help you erase all of your bad habits that you may have had before and transform yourself into somebody with successful characteristics and habits. So skipping 6-7 months down the line, you guys have done it. you're now making 2.5 grand online, or you have some savings to move. These are just some things you need to take into consideration before moving. Visas. Each country will have their own unique visa requirements. It's up to you to look at these prior and work out what's the best option for you. You guys that are in Thailand, because me and my team are based in Thailand, if you have any questions about visas in Thailand, you guys are able to reach out to me. My Instagram is in the description. You guys can reach out to me about that. I have some people I can connect you guys with to help you guys out in Thailand. If you guys are out to Bali, you can also message me, as I do know some people in Bali. But yeah, you guys do need to look into visas, because like if you're staying longer than 3 months in a country, you're going to have to source a long-term visa, and there are ways around that. Of course, you have to look into accommodation. Where do you want to stay? What part of Thailand do you want to stay? Which district do you want to live in? Does it accommodate your needs? Can you work comfortably here? Are there people to network with in this location, or is it more of a chilled party environment? These are all things you need to look into. Again, if you're coming out to Thailand, drop me a message and I can help you with where to stay in Thailand. I've lived here for a long time and I know all of the best areas that will suit your needs. So again, message me about that if you're coming to Thailand. And guys, last but not least, when you get here, do not fall behind and make the most of it. Work-life balance is great, but Thailand and Indonesia are very stimulating places that can easily knock you off track. Don't become the person you once hated when you were living in your hometown, the person that you wanted to change. Do not come here and turn into that person again, or you guys aren't going to be making any forward progress in life. It's important to build good connections and keep good men around you that are going to push you to become the better version of yourself and hold you accountable for your actions. This was one of the reasons why I started my new passion project, our new venture, our new network that's already at 20 members and growing, and that is the 1%. A global network of killer entrepreneurs, men to work with, men to travel with, men to learn from, men that hold each other accountable. Have people like this, guys like us around you. It's pretty much impossible to come to a place like this and fail, because we are not going to let you fail. We will make you work. We will make you do the right things. We will make you become the most successful, the fittest, the strongest, the healthiest, the hardest working, killer version of yourself. We are going to unlock a version of you that you've never, ever seen before. Of course, there are some requirements to join the 1%. Not anyone can join the 1%. There are solid requirements you guys have to put in to get here, because we're not just going to let anybody in. If this is something you are interested in, we would love to hear from you. If you want to grow with us, book a call, press the link in my description, the 1%.vip. There's options to book calls on there. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see if you guys are fit for the group. We'd like to see if you guys are a perfect fit for the community, because we want to keep growing and we want to keep evolving. The bigger we are, the stronger we can become. That's all for today, guys. I hope you've learned something from this video. I hope you guys can take something from this video and really make it happen. I want to see more of you guys out here. I want to connect with more of you guys face to face, my community, my subscribers. I want to meet as many as you guys as I possibly can. And I know you can all make it, because I was in your position once. I was once working in a warehouse in England and I had no direction in my life. And now look what I've accomplished. So all of you guys can do it. I'm a perfect example of that. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.